Hey there, it's Vicki Marie. Today I am going to update you on how the decluttering is going. I'm doing a little bit of decluttering every single day in the month of February. And that being said, I'm having some challenges. So I thought I would talk about the challenges I'm having on my journey of decluttering, and which is really part of self-care for me. I think it's really important to create strong environments so that we can take better care of ourselves, and I think we take better care of ourselves when our environments are strong. So how's that for flipping that around? But that's what I'm up to in the month of February, and I really truly believe that February is a great month to show ourselves some love while we're showing everybody else some love too. In fact, we can't love other people when we don't love ourselves. Do you guys agree with that? Or at least we can't give our best when we don't give our best to ourselves. So, there's a season though. There's a time and a season. And I know when the kids were little, I used to give and give and give to my kids, and sometimes I would neglect myself. I mean, there are times when you do that, but you always have to come back and make up for it. Like you can push yourself to an extent, but you always have, that will always catch up with you in the end, and you will always have to come back and make up for lost time. On my first video for February, I said I'm going to do a little bit of decluttering in a little bit every single day in the month of February. And then right after I said that, I ended up going out of town for a couple of days. I had to go last minute and spend some time with my son, and that's all good. He's doing well. So just stuff like that's going on, and it made me realize too that sometimes when we make a commitment, like we make a commitment to do something, life is going to get in the way, and that's going to test our commitment, right? And my commitment has really been tested already in this journey of decluttering. Now, while I was out of town visiting my son, I was staying at a hotel near his home. I ended up doing some decluttering because I had committed to doing it, and I thought, how could I still maintain the promise to myself to declutter for 15 minutes a day and still be able to support those I love? And one of the things I did was I decluttered my gym bag, I decluttered my purse, I decluttered my makeup bag. I got everything organized. It was an opportunity for me to declutter those areas as well. So on my last video, I did some decluttering of my desk, and now I'm kind of decluttering some of my personal areas. And for me, it makes a lot of sense because as I'm decluttering these areas, these are areas that affect my day-to-day function. Like I could go and declutter. I was thinking about decluttering my, it wouldn't make sense for me to start with my shorts right now. I'm not even wearing shorts. That wouldn't even make sense for me to start decluttering all of my shorts. I keep them all in a bin when it's off season. Like, that would make no sense. It would be the easy thing to do, but it wouldn't make any sense. What makes sense is to declutter the areas that are really going to help me and set me up for success moving forward. So I'm beginning with those areas where I spend a lot of time. And then as I'm like having my desk organized, when I came back home, that was such a relief. Like, I came back to a clear desk and I was able to jump right back in and get organized. So that really helped. I think that's a great strategy for me. And so then I began to declutter my makeup bag and my purse and all of that. I organized let me show you guys. I actually organized my camera thing. I had this little camera bag, and but I've never organized it like this. So you can see my little GoPro here, and then in this big square that's empty is my vlogging camera, which is what I'm using to vlog right now. And then I've got my batteries in here, and then this it's pretty small, but it all zips up and it fits in my gym bag. So I just left the gym. So little things like this, that it's really helped so much. And being away for a couple of days has given me some perspective as well, because it gave me an opportunity to feel how good it feels when I'm out away from the clutter, and then to really notice how I felt when I got back home after being away for a couple of days. I was like, did I feel good walking in the door? Did it feel constrictive? Did I feel like I was home? Yes, I felt like I was home. I felt good. It was great. It was great to see Roscoe because he really missed me, and I missed him, and I missed John, of course, and he missed me as well. But it really gave me the opportunity to kind of pay attention and be more mindful of how it felt to walk back into my space. And I also realized how much I still buy stuff that I don't need. Now, I was in Denver for 3 days. It was just our family time, you know. It was, you know, like for both of us. And our daughter was able to join us as well. John was not with us, but I was able to spend a little bit of time with the kids. But I was near a mall, and I did actually go over to the mall. I had like a couple of hours by myself, and so I went over to the mall, and I didn't buy anything. Like I walked through, and I'm really paying attention to some of the how I'm drawn to certain things and how I would normally go and buy something like I walked, you know, like Bath and Body Works. They had a Lush. I love that Lush store with the bath bombs and all of that. I love that store so much, and I would have stopped in there and made a purchase, except I kept thinking to myself, I'm getting rid of stuff. I'm not going to bring new stuff into my home. I made that commitment to myself until I declutter what I have. And when I was decluttering my makeup bag and my all of that, I realized like how much stuff like makeup I buy that I don't end up using. Like it's really kind of silly and a waste. I mean, it's just a waste. And the one thing I did buy, which I don't have with me, I'll have to show you guys on another video. I went into Ulta because it was right by the mall. I went into Barnes & Noble. I got myself a coffee and that's it. Because I had to like spend about 2 hours off on my own, and I just wanted to stay close to where my son was, and so I about 2 hours, and I bought my daughter a little book, and I gave that to her, a little nature book. It was like $9, and then I bought myself a coffee, and then I went to Ulta, and I bought, like, I really was thinking of buying new makeup. I just cleaned off my makeup bag, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in, and I see all of this new makeup. And it was hard to resist. Like I really wanted to buy something, but I kept telling myself, no, I made a commitment to clear out what I have, and I'm going to use up what I have. Like I have a bunch of stuff I can use up that is okay. But the thing I bought was, it's a probiotic superfood primer to put on my skin, and you can use it and you don't have to use any makeup on top of it or anything. It was on sale, buy one get one. It was about $35, so it was a little pricey, but that was for two, and it was sort of serendipitous and a synchronistic that I even found it, because I walked into the store and I overheard a lady talking about it with someone who worked there, and the things that she was saying about it was like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Now, did I don't know, maybe that was a way for me to justify buying something. I'm still trying to work that out. But what I want to do is to nourish my skin. I don't want to, right now, I just want to nourish my skin. I want to simplify my routine and actually wear less makeup right now. I don't have a whole lot on now. I went to the gym, but I did put my probiotic primer on, which is clear, but what she said about it was it sort of adjusts to your skin tone. I don't know, but that's all I wore today, and I've put a tiny bit of mascara up here and a little bit of bronzer, and that's all I put on. So I had some chapstick I put on right before I turned the camera on, but it's so dry here that my lips are already feeling dry. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I'm noticing as I'm decluttering. So, but I got my makeup stuff figured out. What I'm going to do is the stuff that my little simple makeup routine, the stuff I use every day, I'm going to put in one place. And then everything else, like the surplus, I'm going to organize it and put it in sort of my drawers, my little makeup drawers that I have off to the side. And when I find that I'm running low on the everyday stuff that I'm using, I'm going to go over to those little drawers, my reserve, where I'm kind of stocked up on things that I hardly ever use, and I'm going to pull from that and see if I can't start using down what I have. Now, the one purchase I do want to make as far as beauty is I want to get I want to buy a big thing of argan oil, because I'm about out, and I like to use that to moisturize after I get out of the shower, to moisturize my neck and my chest and everything, my arms, and I use it on my face, I use it in my hair. So I'm almost out of argan oil, so that is one item I want to purchase, and I'm like, just for the month of February, I'm really going to try to not buy any more makeup. So, and now that I've told you that, I'm like, oh my gosh, can I keep that promise to myself and promise to you? And I think I can, especially now that I've said that. So again, the biggest challenge I have gone through, like the last few days since my last video went out, is and usually I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I missed yesterday because I was out of town. But the biggest problem for me was that life sort of happened, and it would have been really easy for me to say, I'll blow it off, but I had made a promise to myself that this is the month I'm going to really focus. And I think that whenever we really make a commitment like that, a lot of times we are tested. There's something's going to happen. You can almost guarantee something's going to happen that's going to come along, and you're going to be tested. I mean, it's happened to me at the gym. There are so many days when something happens and I think nobody's going to blame me today if I don't go to the gym. I mean, that's a good excuse, and I still try to go. I still try to go. So whatever the commitment is, whether it's to go to the gym, take better care of ourselves, to declutter our makeup drawers, whatever that is, something's going to come along to test that. And I feel like I'm very happy that I passed the test. I did what I could do, and I'm not going to judge myself. I did what I could do, and I think that's so important to note. We do what we can do, we do the best that we can, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So again, I'm just decluttering 15 minutes every day, and I'm not going to be setting certain really strict rules about that, because I've got to be flexible. Life sometimes forces our hand a bit, and we have to sort of be able to, we have to be resilient and resourceful. And so I'm really, really proud of the fact that I was able to maintain that 15 minutes a day of decluttering. Again, I decluttered my purse, I decluttered my little makeup bag, I decluttered my camera bag. So those were 3 days that I spent, and I don't know if I probably did spend about 15 minutes on each by the time I went through. Yeah, I probably did, but I was able to stay true to my goal. So yay! So let me know in the comments if you guys are also struggling to make, whatever your goal is. Do you have a goal, or is there something that you're focusing on in February? I know several of you have said there is something, that you are focusing on. You are decluttering or what have you. Maybe some of you are trying to get back into a workout routine or drink more water or things like that. There's so many things that we're all, we're coming out of the, just flipped over to the new year. We set some resolutions, and this is the test. It's easy to kind of maintain at the beginning of the year, and then by the time we're into February now, second month, our enthusiasm, the honeymoon period sort of wanes, and now we really have to rely on our inner strength and our commitment. How committed are we? I am so committed to this decluttering every day in the month of February, and I plan to make this happen one way or another. By the way, I am in John's truck today because he was home from work today, so he's actually at home doing all kinds of meetings and things. But yeah, I'm in his truck today. So this is a little bit different, but yeah, and I just came out of the gym, had a good workout. Oh, and I did work out with my son. We were able to go to the gym one day, my son and my daughter, and I tell you what, I loved working out with them. It was so much fun. I just adore, I wish we lived closer so that we could work out more often. My son and my daughter both work out. My son, they both help me kind of correct some of the bad habits I've gotten into in the gym. My son was able to tell me to, keep my elbows in and kind of pushed me a little more. And it just felt good to have support. I think sometimes it's really easy to, like with decluttering, with anything, with working out, you kind of get into a groove and you stop kind of focusing. I will put my music on when I'm in the gym now, and I won't focus so much on my form. And I think it's so important to be mindful in the gym, and it's mindful when you're decluttering. You have to really focus, and you have to ask yourself questions like, do I really need this? How many tubes of mascara do I really need? You have to be able to ask those questions. Mindfulness is such an important skill, to cultivate. That's for me, and that's what I'm working on. And it does help with anxiety. Like when things happen in life and you find yourself becoming anxious, cultivating mindfulness, being able to rely on that makes so much difference. So it's all a win-win. And yeah, so that's my little video today. I'm going to be back here in a couple of days with another video. I'm going to continue to declutter for 15 minutes a day, and I will be back here in a couple days and give you an update. So I hope you guys are doing well. Take good care. I will see you next time. Bye. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you? Wanna see you smile. Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire?